the okay sign, this.
It's like the middle finger.
It just means asshole, but you can use it creatively.
I try.
It's polite. Hello! So, what is your first impression of Brazil?
Carnival.
Friendly, happy. I remember that I watched a documentary about Brazil and about the fever that people have.
I think they are very soft, warm, soft.
Sexy.
Yeah, because it's but sexy but involving.
Charismatic?
Like the music, if you listen to bossa nova and things like that.
Yeah, okay, I understand what you're trying to say. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you some fun facts about Brazil. So São Paulo, one of the first fact is that São Paulo is the largest city in the southern hemisphere.
I feel like that's not surprising at all. Except for maybe Australia. Isn't Brazil the biggest country in the southern hemisphere?
It's not necessarily because the country is big, the city will be big. Because it is so big, it could have been more spread out.
Yeah,
but
more like Russia.
Yeah, exactly. But since São Paulo is kind of the economic capital, it's not the capital, but it's definitely where the economic power is. There's a lot of people living there because there's more opportunities. And I'm guessing that's only São Paulo itself, but if you count São Paulo with the outskirts of it, then it should be more than that.
Huge.
Oh my gosh, okay, that's a very long fact, guys. So Brazil has more animal and plant species than any other country in the world.
Wow. Thank you. I hope it's well preserved.
Because of the
Amazon.
I mean, there's the Amazon, and we also have very different, each state has very different climate, so it allows for different species or different types of plants to grow. So I guess that's the reason why we have so many.
And you have a lot of birds, I believe. Especially bird species, you have a lot in.
Yeah, that are only from Brazil too.
I heard that too.
I want to go there.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so there's more than 100,000 animal species and over 40,000 plant species. Really, it's 70%? It's huge.
70%?
I'm also being surprised by that. Yeah, they include 70% of the world's cataloged animals and species. 70% is a lot. I'm surprised. I didn't know that, to be honest. I think this might not come as a surprise, but Brazil has been one of the largest producers of coffee for the last 150 years.
Wow. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Thank you. Italians are very happy.
I was about to say, I think Italians drink a lot of coffee. That's why. A lot of coffee shops that you go to, maybe you don't know, but you're drinking Brazilian coffee. So
It's delicious. It's awesome.
How do you drink it in Brazil? Do you drink it straight?
it's hand-dripped coffee mostly at home, and some people do add some milk. Brazilians do drink with sugar though. My grandmother drank sugar with a hint of coffee.
And there is also other desserts with the coffee or other things with coffee.
Particularly Brazilian? No, we have tiramisu, but that's Italian.
Hey, you have something here.
Yeah, we definitely got it from them, so.
Exchange.
Do you also do alcohol coffee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going through something there.
No, because
The excitement is real.
we drink coffee sometimes with alcohol.
Snake Island, that's amazing.
I don't want to be there.
Oh, wow. So another fun fact about Brazil is that there is an island that's known as Snake Island because it's filled with snakes.
It's because there's a lot of snakes.
Yeah.
She's so happy saying, yeah.
No, I'm definitely not happy about it.
But what is the level? You can walk.
Yeah, no, you cannot. It's prohibited.
Protected.
Yeah, so the island itself is called Queimada Grande, and it's an island in São Paulo state. But it's known as Snake Island because it's filled with snakes, and you must ask the authorization of the Brazilian Navy to even set foot there. And you have to take instructions and have to go with a doctor because in case you get bit,
Oh, so they're poisonous.
Who would go?
Unless you're really interested by snake.
Yeah, you have to be fascinating.
So there is different species of snakes there, I guess, and some of them also have poison.
Yeah, most likely, yeah.
It's fun because in Japan there's an island, there is the bunny island, and another island there's the cat island. And it's very cute. When you go there you can see these bunnies, you can see the cat, but then in Brazil you have the snakes.
I'd rather have the cat island.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, another one is that the Brazilian Carnival holds the Guinness record for like the biggest, largest carnival in the world.
No surprise on that.
It is really big. It's awesome. Of course, people celebrate it in different ways depending on which state you're in. I'm from São Paulo, and during Carnival they close down the streets and they're packed like this. Well, this is the actual like samba show where they do the parades and they get like rated, and it's a competition. But there's also the popular celebration, which is on the streets, and it's just you have those sort of cars going around playing music and people dancing to it and drinking and having fun, basically.
When is it? What month?
It usually is, it depends on the year, but it happens like at the end of February, beginning of March. Like, yeah.
I'll know it to go.
Yeah.
And I would say this style is more common for like the competition, but then you have like parts in the Northeast that have like different types of clothing too.
Because normally you can see like many, I feel like there is like birds inspiration.
Yes, everything is birds.
In my opinion, it's really like inspired by the country itself.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
As we said, we
I
have
can
a lot
see
of
it.
animals.
Yeah.
And I think the colorful side of it also represents Brazil really well.
I think in Argentina we get the Brazilian Carnival like broadcasted on TV.
We do in France.
Yeah, in Spain too.
Yeah, in Spain you can watch it too.
Yeah.
It's really great.
That's amazing.
So there's a beach in Rio called Copacabana Beach. Is the site of the largest concerts in history.
Which concert?
Yeah,
I'm so curious. Who was playing?
So it was Rod Stewart in 1994, and there were 3.5 million people that came to his concert.
Intense.
Nowadays, like for New Year's, they celebrate in Copacabana. The beach is packed. It's basically, I guess, the same concept. Yeah, this is, I guess, like New Year's or like a concert or something.
nobody is swimming.
Because it's not the point.
I think if you swim with this much people, you drown.
Yeah, it's just partying at the beach, but it's crazy. It's actually crazy.
I will not go.
It's just that looks very claustrophobic.
Yes.
Oh,
So 60% of the rainforest is in Brazil, or Amazon.
That's why the animals. A lot of animals.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
what a huge responsibility.
To maintain and keep.
It's not necessarily the priority for some of our leaders, so.
I feel that not many countries can understand what it means, having this in your country. So you have to take care for all the rest of the world.
For sure, but people don't necessarily take care of it, which is the sad part.
Isn't there like, I don't know if this is true, I don't know if you know either, that there's like whole tribes or like communities of people
Living in the rainforest.
that are like not in contact.
I know that there are communities in there, but I don't know if up to these days they still don't have any contact.
Yeah,
For sure it's difficult.
Yeah, it must be difficult.
I feel like they might have contact, but maybe they choose to not have. Yeah. And another fun fact is that the OK sign, this,
I know that.
it doesn't mean okay.
What?
It doesn't mean okay?
It means asshole.
Yeah.
Because what does it look like?
Do you have another sign to say okay?
You say like this? Or
Yeah, just like,
I don't want to know what this is then. I don't want to know.
I don't think at least in Spain, we don't have like a symbol to symbolize like your asshole. you don't express it. Yeah, exactly.
I think it's just like,
That's exactly.
I think it's because like if somebody like annoys you and you can't see anything, you're just like,
Like it's like the middle finger kind of.
no, really, because it just means asshole. That's what it means. But you can use it creatively. But anyway, for OK signs, I guess this. I don't do like a.
I try.
It's polite.
Teardrop, okay.
Fun. Laughs. Another fact is that I would say that Brazilians are very friendly. I don't know what you think, but definitely more than you're used to, I would say. I think the Latinas are a little bit similar in that sense, but compared to Europe, I definitely think there's a difference.
Warmer?
I can see that too.
People just smile more and yeah, just more open, more warm.
I think also the attitude, like, how can I help you?
Yeah, I think it comes from the fact that even if everything is going wrong, Brazilians tend to have like a positive attitude, mindset. So then in the end, they end up being friendlier because they don't get too stressed out about something. Everything is going wrong. They're like, we'll find a way. It's good.
Brazilian people trust the other people more. In Italy, we are also friendly, but we're always worried about, this is a bad word that we use in Italy, but Italians might understand. Inculata, it means that someone, you get that, right? Okay, so it means that somehow it's gonna backstab you.
I mean, there are those peoples everywhere.
But what I'm asking is, do you think that Brazilians are less scared of that?
I guess it depends on the person. Because you can be friendly and still be cautious.
Okay, so it's not this. Okay.
Because if you think about it, Brazil, it's not that safe of a country, so you always have to be cautious anyway. I'm not talking about literally backstabbing, but you know, it could happen that too. So I think those two things are not necessarily related. They can be, but okay. So there are some places in the south of Brazil that even has snow. I think
Very big.
Yeah, because of the side of the country. Yeah, it works like
It's huge.
yeah.
Yeah, for some reason, a lot of people get surprised by that because they don't think that Brazil has snow, but there is.
Where are you from in Brazil?
I'm from the southeast, so like São Paulo state, and there it doesn't snow. It doesn't get that cold. This is like on the south.
But I mean, like where I'm from, like Buenos Aires, Argentina, it's lower than Brazil and it doesn't snow there. So it's very interesting.
Maybe it's the high, like the most high from the level of the sea, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that should be the reason. Because in Argentina, it also snows, right? In some parts.
But in the
You have Ushuaia in the south. Oh.
Well, I mean, all countries are more little, and we also have very different parts completely. So, I mean, I was expecting that too.
Very interesting. We learned a lot.
So much about Brazil.
I want to go to Brazil.
What was the most surprising one for you guys?
The snow and this. That's something I should be careful. You know, if I go to Brazil, I'm never gonna do this.
For me, the quantity of like animals and
It's not surprising, but the number seems really big.
Also the rainforest, because I guess you would assume that there's more rainforest in other parts of the world, but it seems that a lot of it is in Brazil.
like 70 and 60%. That's a lot.
Definitely very incredible numbers.
Yeah.
So today I explained about some of the Brazilian fun facts.
If you like the video, please like, subscribe, and let a comment.
I'll see you next time.
Bye.